Thursday morning, the Rome Rotary Club hosted former Georgia Governor Nathan Deal for a fireside chat and book signing event at the Coosa Country Club. Governor Deal presented his book titled Veto, The Governor's Cat, a children's story inspired by his late wife, Sandra Deal. Sandra, a former educator, was known for her advocacy for children's literacy.
There are a lot of children's books that are written. Some of them have a lot of flashy pictures, a lot of bright colors. And those are entertaining for children. Others are a little more educational in nature. Aristotle once wrote that to educate the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. So my book is intended to do both. It is intended to educate the mind by virtue of allowing them to learn how to read and pronounce words, but it's also designed to educate the heart with sending a message about the things that you should do and be, and the things that you encounter and how you can deal with them.
During the event, Governor Deal highlighted the importance of education and its role in criminal justice reform.
I first of all believe that literacy is one of the building blocks of civilization. If you think about it, it truly is one of the main building blocks of civilization. My wife was dedicated to the proposition that children need to learn to read. We did a lot of criminal justice reform over the entire 8 years that I was in office. And one of the first things we did was to survey the prison population that we had, a little over 50,000 men and women that we lock up. And the most common characteristic was that almost 2/3 of them did not have a high school diploma. So if you keep somebody locked up for an extended period of time, and they come into the system, they didn't have a high school diploma, they didn't have a marketable skill, and you lock them up for that period of time, and you turn them loose, and now they've got a felony on their record, and they're not going to be able to find a good job. So literacy is important. We started focusing on getting more GEDs of those who are actually in our prison system, of asking our technical colleges to come in and to teach blue-collar type skills that were needed. And actually, on the whole, since when I first came into office in beginning of 2011, we were still in the midst of the Great Recession, a 10.6% unemployment rate, and we still had jobs available. And we asked the employers, well, why do you have jobs available if we got such a high unemployment rate? And their answer was, we don't have people who have the skills that we need to fill those jobs. So one of the ways that we brought ourselves out of the Great Recession, and one of the main reasons that we, for the first time in the history of our state, in 2013, were named the best state in the country in which to do business, a ranking that we have maintained now for 10 consecutive years, was because we understood the importance of having an educated and trained workforce. And the best way in criminal justice reform, the best criminal justice reform is education reform, because there is a direct link between the two.
After the Rotary meeting, Governor Deal visited Davie School, where he read his book to the students. Later in the day, another book signing was hosted at River and Hill Books in downtown Rome. Reporting for WRGA News, I'm Ethan Garrett.